What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Comic Aussie. Today I thought we'd do a couple things. I have a quick unboxing of two books, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through some Wolverine books, aside from the usual two big ones, Hulk 180 and Hulk 181. So I have a list of 10 mostly affordable Wolverine ebooks that you can go after, and I have 5 sort of honorable mentions. Those are really cheap to find, and they're a lot easier to find. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to combine the two, do the quick unboxing, and these books are associated with the theme of the show. So let's get to it. So the first two, I'll open this one first. I got these for a pretty good deal. One I got at it was an auction through my comic shop. It was a while ago, and I wanted to do this video, so I waited to open it. And the second one I think I picked up from eBay, but pretty cool books. So the first one I have here, and the reason that I'm grabbing these books is it's kind of the reason of this video. I'm just trying to gather all some really cool books associated with Wolverine that I think might kind of take off once we do get more information, once we get a casting possibly, and that kind of stuff. So, but they're just cool books just to have in the PC right now. All right, first one. This was one from my comic shop. So it's Marvel Comics Presents 77. I love this book. I think all these kind of books, I'm going to be showing a few Marvel Comics Presents. I think the only value that these books would have if you do get them in a 9/8 or really high grade raw copy. But yeah, in the ongoing Weapon X story, I think these books will have some value. They'll also gain in value as we do get that casting. Second book, also from that run of Marvel Comics Presents. And it's a book I think that it's not really paid attention to that much, and I think it deserves more attention than it actually gets. So here, yes. Marvel Comics Presents 1. I love this cover. If you're going to be going after these books, if you're going to get them graded, I think the real value in them is getting them all in 9/8, or again, a really high grade raw copy. So that's the unboxing of those two. Now, I have the list of the first 10 books. And why am I making this list? I think the state of the market, we all know that a lot of books are getting a price correction. It seems across the board, anywhere between 20 to 30% for a lot of books. I think what's happening is everything that happened post 2020, the big boom, a lot of people got back into collecting, so many different reasons, and a lot of books got overinflated, and I think they're just coming back down to what they should be. A lot of books are still coming down, some have reached their floor. So if you're after any bigger key books, I would definitely do your homework, see what the value of the books are now, see what trending prices are, and just educate yourself with that kind of stuff. That being said, some of the key tools, looking up eBay prices is great, but having like an account with GPA really helps figuring out pricing, figuring out trends of the book, and it gives you options of certain listings of specific grades that you're after. So it's a pretty good key tool to have. There's others out there. Generally, that's what I like to use. So the reason I'm kind of making this video is, even though there's a price correction in a lot of books, I think that the Hulk 180s and 181s, they're still an expensive book. So for most people, it's not that easy to get into them, even, when a book like this is in around, I think it's $1,000, maybe a little bit more. It's still an expensive book. So I thought it'd be kind of fun just to show some books that are definitely not at that range. You could, I guess, come close with a definitely higher grade, but I thought it'd just be kind of fun just to go through, a range of different Wolverine books to kind of go after. So the first one I have, and it's one of my favorite McFarlane covers, is Hulk 340. This is just a fantastic book. I think you can get this. Most of the prices I'm going to be talking about are not graded. I'm going to be talking like a higher grade raw. You know, it depends where your collecting style is. If you want to go after graded books, great. I'm just going to be kind of showcasing some prices for higher grade raw. So I think you can probably find this between 200 and maybe a little bit lower that, high grade. I do believe this comes in a newsstand edition, which probably will command a little bit more. But first book, Hulk 340. I think it's a good option if you're feeling like you're getting priced out of the two really big ones, the Hulk 180 and 100. So next book we have coming up is Wolverine 1, first limited solo. Let's get this in here. There. First Wolverine solo. So the next 4 books are going to be associated with this. I think it's a pretty good book to go after. I think, you know, you can get a raw copy anywhere between 100 and 150, maybe a little bit more for the newsstand edition. But, you know, what can I say? It's just an awesome Frank Miller cover. It's beautiful. And I think, you know, it's kind of a good book, again, to go after. I'll probably say it again, but as you get priced out of those 2 big books, 180, 181, these are some of I feel, the top 10 books to kind of, you know, pursue. And then the prices that I'm going to be stating, again, are all going to be in raw. So anywhere between 100 and 150, maybe a little bit more for the newsstand in raw. Next book we have up is, again, so part of the limited series. There's 4 books in that. This one definitely commands a little bit more of a premium and higher grade. These ones, I feel, if you are to get them graded, I do feel that value would be in 9/8 for sure, but you know, you can get high grade copies. I think you can probably find this for anywhere between $30 to $40. So it's a great option. Next book up in this limited series, we have Wolverine 3, also a fantastic book. Really hard to kind of get high grade because of that black cover, but you know, generally you can find these for 15 to 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more if it's a higher grade, but a great book to own, including this next one, Wolverine 4. One of my goals actually is to get 2, 3, and 4 all in 9/8. I'm going to keep, I have first issue, I have 2 copies getting graded right now. I have one newsstand and just a regular direct. But, some good books to have. All right, next up, another Wolverine 1, but this is first solo series. I do have, just throw myself here. I do have a couple copies of this. I picked these up for super cheap. I think I picked up for 20 bucks. Finally, for a pretty good price. I think they're, you know, kind of undervalued. Next book up, Wolverine 1, first ongoing solo series. Just an awesome book to own. Next book we have up. All right, next book we have up. Just bring it back up. Next book is another favorite of mine, and I think of all the books to get the attention, once we do get a casting, once we do get confirmation that you know, Wolverine will be coming to the MCU, I think is going to be this book, Marvel Comics Presents. I'm a big fan of a lot of these books in this run. Again, I feel either get a high grade copy or you know, 9/8. And I do have, just show myself here once again, I do have a 9/8. So this is issue 72. Again, part of that ongoing Weapon X story relating to Wolverine. Just a great book to have in the PC. I do feel that, you know, you can find this book in the wild. I think they're still in and around $20 to $40 in a high grade. 9/8s were commanding a kind of a ridiculous price. I think they were breaching like $600 during the boom. And I think they're back down to just sub 300. So, you know, just another awesome book to get. The next one up, is a favorite of mine, but when we get Wolverine, I feel that we're going to be getting the associated characters with them. One of the biggest ones that I think we're probably going to be getting, Sabertooth. I love this book. This book actually was astronomically priced. I think it was way overpriced in terms of a higher grade, slab book. It has definitely come down in price, but raw copies are still expensive. I think higher grade you can probably get for maybe $200 to $300, $350 ish if you're lucky. On the higher end, probably around $400. But first, Sabertooth, great book to have. Again, this is the top 10 list. My picks. You guys might have some different books, but I thought these are great books to obtain. Some of them are definitely priced quite high, but nowhere near 181 or 180. So just some good alternatives. The next two are some personal favorites. Let's bring this next one up. We have Uncanny X-Men 129, the Dark Phoenix story, First Kitty Pryde, and cameo of Hellfire Club. I think this is just an awesome book to get. It is fairly expensive in a high grade. I do have a copy out. It's a newsstand at CGC right now. I'm hoping I do get it in a higher grade. Do I want a 9.8? Of course. Am I going to get a 9.8? Probably not. They're very expensive, 9.8s for sure, but you can find yourself a nice high grade copy for around $200 to $300 possibly. If you're lucky, maybe a little bit less than that, but just a great Wolverine key book to have. Next one up, first solo cover for Wolverine. I love this book. It's fantastic. You can definitely pick it up for a really good price, anywhere between $60 to $80. Maybe even a little bit less than that if you're lucky. But yeah, I would probably try and find this in the wild in a higher grade and send it off. These two actually, I would try and find in a higher grade and send them off. I personally probably wouldn't buy them graded already. I would just put the work in to add value to them. All right, so that is the top 10. I do have some honorable mentions. I did bring, I'll show it to you. I have it here. It's going off in the next submission. So I do have a copy of 133. I did send off 129. But this is a very, very nice copy. It does have a couple spine issues. I'm going to see it's going to come back at 590 possibly, but it is just a beautiful book. Again, that was the top 10 list for Wolverine keys. I thought it would be kind of fun, just like 5 honorable mentions and maybe a 1 honorable mention. But here we go. Last $5 honorable mentions, and these are the first 10 were kind of a particular order in terms of like importance. These next are just sort of random. We have X-Men 212 to 212. Just this awesome Barry Windsor Smith. Again, when we do get Wolverine, hopefully we'll get those characters associated with them. So this is the first battle of Wolverine and Sabertooth. Just a fantastic cover. These last 5 books, if you're after them, again, high grade or a 9.8. These you can definitely find in the wild, and you can definitely be patient and find them in high grade. Like, I think you can find them for anywhere between $10 to $30 at the high end, but I wouldn't pay more than that. Definitely can be had for a pretty good deal. Number 2 on the list is one of my favorites, and I think it, again, one of those books that should garner more attention. It's definitely getting a little bit more noticed, and the price is kind of creeped up. Myself do have a copy. First battle of Wolverine and Deadpool. Just a great cover. Next up, number 3, just an awesome Romita cover. 207. Just a fun cover. It's not a key. It's just totally a cover buy. Again, you can probably get this for a really, really good deal. 207 here. You could probably find them all day long in the X-Men back bin. But just a fun book to have. Again, something if you're into buying and selling some books, it'd just be a nice book to have. Definitely people will be interested in it once we do get Wolverine. Next two are some personal favorites. I love this next one. Punisher War Journal number 6. First Punisher Wolverine battle. Can I say just a great street level kind of book. Fantastic cover. Just another book that probably will get some attention. Again, you can probably find this for pretty cheap. All these 5 books. Last one on the list, and one that talked to some people, I think was kind of overpriced for what it was. I'm not 100% sure why, but again, hopefully we'll be getting Wolverine with Sabertooth. So this is the first Sabertooth in the title of a Wolverine series, Wolverine 10. But just, a fantastic cover. I love this. Sienkiewicz at his best. Can I say it's a total cover buy? There's a little bit of a key factor to it where we have first Sabertooth in the title. All right, guys, last book. And it's just an honorable mention, and you can find this for pretty cheap. You will always find them usually in the back bin, but I would get this definitely in a high grade. But just a fun book. That second X-Men run doesn't get enough attention, but this X-Men 11, this is one of my favorite Wolverine covers. This is the honorable mention. I don't know. Anytime I see this in a high grade, I pick it up. When we get Wolverine, stuff like this will definitely pop. People will be after it. Not a lot of people want to spend a lot of money on books, but they do want to feel like they're associated with those books. So stuff like this is, perfect for that. And then that was the top 10 list for some Wolverine books to go after. Aside from the big 2, you might have your own list, but I think it's a time to start thinking about those books, start gathering them into your PC if you're interested in, trying to buy or sell some books when we do get Wolverine. But that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Cheers.